What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kiaraa, Skye. I'm back again with another video. I'm trying to think, do I deserve to say back again with another video? Today's video is a story time. It is a story time. It is a story time. Yeah, this video is legit. Like, I don't even know where to start. How old was I when this happened? I was around the 18-19 age. I wasn't even in school. I actually came back home due to finances, and I just went back to my old job. I worked at an indoor trampoline place at a mall. I've been working there since I was 16 years old. It was easy to get back into my job, so I was just like, hey, I'm back. Like, do y'all need some help? They're just like, of course. Like, we would always like rehire you. Like, just come back. Came back, got rehired, got put on schedule. Cool. Just last year, I actually quit this job. I don't even know if I should put this video out. I'm kind of scared. I went to work, and this girl, cute little girl, I forget her name, but she told us,
hey, I almost got kidnapped.
And we were just like, huh? Stuff like that I take serious. So I'm just like,
what do you mean almost got kidnapped?
like, what happened? Like, what was said? What details now? She was like,
okay, so literally I was walking.
and the way the mall is set up, she was not that far from her job at all. If anybody really did want to kidnap us and things like that, our work shirts literally tell you where we're located in big bold letters, big bold red letters. If they wanted to find her, they could. I'm 5'4", she's 4'11". They could have easily snatched her up. Her story was, she was just like,
Yeah, so I walked as far as to Old Navy.
halfway distance from the food court and our job.
I got to Old Navy, literally got approached by,
I don't remember if she said an Asian woman and a black woman. The way they charged her, or approached her, I should say, they kind of approached her where her back was against Old Navy. So, like, not even the doors, the wall, like, of Old Navy. And she was like,
they literally asked me a whole bunch of questions about God.
and because she wasn't thinking of it, she actually answered every question they asked her. She's really blunt, so she was like,
Okay, but y'all, I am on a break, so like, hurry this up. Like, I have to go get some food and come back to work. Okay, well, where can we find you at?
this girl tells her where she works. Not to mention, it's on her shirt. We have our name tags. Even if you wanted to flip it over, it was attached to our lanyards, so they would flip right back over. And I'm literally getting nervous all over again thinking about this whole entire thing. So if I just seemed like I just went from 0 to 100, she basically told us that's what happened to her. We were just like,
Are you serious?
so she was like,
Yeah, like, y'all, they were in my face. One of them had a phone in her hand.
let me show y'all.
Like, one of them was kind of like holding her phone up like this.
Remember that movement.
If anything, they could have took pictures of me. I have no clue. They probably recorded the conversation. Like, I have zero clue.
That sounded weird. As a person that's been raised in church, witnessing is just very different from what she was trying to tell me. Witnessing is simply, hey, do you have a church home? Oh, well, we're with whatever church, you know, come visit. Just as simple as that. If they asked us questions, we answered. That didn't sound like witnessing to me. I'm very observant. I watch my surroundings. I will pick out the most oddest things and be like, we gotta go because that doesn't look right. So our supervisor kind of laughed it off, and I just was kind of like, that's who it was. It was me, another girl, and the girl who this happened to, another coworker, and a supervisor. The other coworker that were listening to the story, she was like scared. Kid y'all not, my next shift, I gotta brush my hair, and at this job I work there every day. I used to open the store. I used to get there super ridiculously early, like before the mall even opened. Across the street from the mall is a Burger King. So I sat in the Burger King and got breakfast if I was there too early, and I just walk over to the mall. And I used to just kind of walk the mall. When my store was opening, I would go over there. My second lap around the mall, and I walked pretty fast. Luckily, if I opened the store, I did not come to work in my work shirt. I would change into my work shirt at work. All I know is I looked over and this guy was in my face, like literally in my face. Like,
Hey.
yeah, I'm actually not a mean person if you approach me, but if you are bothering me, especially when it's times like this where I don't normally get bothered, I'm confused. I don't know if anybody else's mall is like this, if anybody else does go to the mall early enough or works in the mall to know. My mall was like a workout mall in the morning, so when it opens, everybody kind of comes and literally walks, jogs the whole mall. Nobody's really getting talked to, stopped, you know. Hey, if you're there, you're either an employee, open up your store, or you're running or walking. So being stopped, I was just like, it was a black girl, black guy. So I didn't think much of it yet. They literally categorized me. At this mall, I was by H&M, and I wasn't even walking towards my job. I was walking away from my job. I was walking around. This is H&M, the window like of H&M. It's closed. Nobody's even in H&M. But this happened in front of the security camera. So from the inside, there's security camera. You can see me on the outside with these people. They were very smiley, very giggly, very unnatural. Like, hi. Hi. So we're with this church. She didn't even give me a name. Red flag number one. She didn't give me a name of the church nor their name. A church home? I was like, yeah, I do. Mind you, with stuff like that, I'm just really bold, straight to the point, get out my face. So I was just like, yeah, I have a church home. And she was like, where? Like I said, I'm very quick with energy. I realized something weird about them too. I'm like, I'd rather not say. Oh, we're just wondering like if you want to come to our church. And I was just like, no, I have a church home. So I know anybody is going to be like, why didn't you just walk off if you felt weird energy? Guys, how I'm sitting. The guy was here, she was here. Way they stood in front of me, if I did, they would trip me, they would something, like they would do something. I'm just gonna stand here and not answer any questions. Like, oh, we're doing a like a youth church kind of thing. Oh, okay, cool, because mega churches do that. So I was like, oh, okay. And I don't go to a mega church. She was like, yeah, so we're like trying to help, like, you know, teach the youth. So what would you, people don't do that. Red flag number 2 or 3. People don't do that. Nobody goes to the mall and asks, what should I teach at my youth convention? People don't do that. They don't do that. So, and if they do, let me know. And it's legit. Let me know. They don't do that. If God came back, you know, what would you ask him? Like, would you have any questions? And I was like, I don't have questions. I don't question God. Every question I answered was like it was very scary. It was nerve-wracking from both of them. Like a robotic. Okay. I was like, yeah, can I go now? And they were like, oh, just one more question. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go.
No, one more question.
Who are you talking to, baby? I was like, okay, I'm hip. Y'all are those weird people. So let me just in this moment, y'all. This was something I found out a little before the situation actually happened. In this moment, I didn't know what I didn't know. This stance is them taking pictures of you. And then this stance is them recording you. So the guy is standing like this after a while. When it came down to them asking the weird questions, he did like this. And I looked and I was just like, you're recording me. Okay. So in the recording, they got, can I go now? Like, they got it. Like, they have all the sass in that recording. When they said, can we ask you one more question? I turned around and the first thing I saw was this. And I quickly dove like this. I was like, what's your question? And they were just like, you know, what's your name? So the fake name I give out to people is Aaliyah. Sometimes it's Aaliyah, sometimes it's Amber. It just depends on how I feel. My name's Aaliyah. I gotta go. Just like that. Just like that. I walk off. They were like, thanks for answering our questions. Oh, another thing they asked me, how often are you in this mall? Are you in this mall often? Like, are you always here? And I said, no. Then why are you here this morning? What brings you here? I said a friend works here. I'm just dropping off. And they were like, oh, so why are you walking around the mall? I'm exercising like everyone else is doing in the mall. So, can I go?
Oh, so like, why are you here?
Why are you here?
Good point.
I went to work later on that day and I went on break. And I saw one of our employees get stopped by the same two people the first girl told me by. That's an Asian woman, that's a black woman. By Old Navy. I said, oh my God, they're really out here. I'm gonna go get my food to see how long they take to talk. Y'all, I went to my favorite place in the food court. That day, it was a lot of people in the line. So I was in the line for a while. Mind you, my break is 30 minutes. I was there for a while. I was there over 30 minutes. Sorry. I was in the food court for a very long time. So to come back and to see they're still talking to him, I swiftly kind of walked past him and grabbed his hand and like kept going. And they were like, hey, hey, hey. He was like, yo, like what's going on? Like, yo. I was like, run, run. We got to work and I got the manager. That trafficking thing is real. And she was like, I thought she also kind of didn't know if it was legit or not. I said, no. I said, I have a story and I just watched him the entire time that I was on break, from the time I left out of here to the time I just came back. Like, I just dragged him back here. They were talking to him. He never went to go get food, ever. Told her what I saw, what happened to me that morning. She was like, that's the same thing that happened to the girl from our other coworker. And I was like, can you call the police? She was like, okay, I'm gonna call. I'm going to tell their stories. So she told the stories to my police. My police office is next door. So she called them. They came, spoke, wrote down information. After that, my police like patrolled the mall. Like, really patrolled the mall, y'all. After leaving this job, I have not gone back to a mall. And if I have, it's meant to be in and out. I just can't. And if I am going, what's the word? Incognito? That's me. Hat on, hat off, hat on, hat off, hat on for sure. So everyone's like, oh, you need a taser. You need this, you know, you need that. I had a taser and then lost it around the time this happened. How convenient. Put the Cardi clip.
How convenient is that? Wow. How convenient is fucking that?
I had a taser and lost it soon before this happened. How convenient and ironic is that? Since then, I just don't do anything. I don't do anything. I don't go anywhere without anybody. I don't. I've never been the type to go places without people, but now I don't. Just subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for any of my posts. Follow me on all social medias. I will see you in the next one.